Hi there. So, how do I do it all? I was actually asked that the other day. I've been asked that many times. I look like a very busy woman, big family, big business, go, go, go. And I do get a lot done. But how do I do it all? The truth is, I don't. I have help, I have support, I have great systems, I have a lot of things that are automated. So I don't try and do it all because really it's not possible. There were years, particularly when my business was going through a tough time and I didn't want to invest the funds. And so I was trying to do it all. There were also times that I was truly overwhelmed. I mean, that terrible feeling like you're drowning in it all, or you just pulled every single which way with things that are happening, launches and trying to get systems done and trying to meet deadlines. Everybody wants a piece. And that's really tough for entrepreneurs. So if you're going through that, let me just say as a little sideline, there was the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique that was heaven for me. My office is quite near the river, so there were times that I just felt like the panic was coming on, and I would go for a walk, and it's choose 5 things that you can see, and focus on them. So you start to distract your brain, come away from the panic, identify 5 things that you can see. I hope I get this right now that I've decided to share it. So 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, and then 3 things that you can hear. And in a city, especially a very cosmopolitan city, that's really quite wonderful. Brisbane is very multicultural, so I always enjoyed, one of the things I would try and hear were different languages and things. I love that. 2 things that you can smell. My go-to was always a coffee shop. I could always find a coffee. And there was one thing, I can't remember what the original one was, but I used to use the one for choose 1 positive thing about myself or my business, whatever it was that was really getting me down. That's what I would make sure I'd find something positive about. And, just a 10-minute walk would just break that cycle, let me refocus, and then the overwhelm would pass. So that was always really helpful to me. I'd come back and I'd start to make that list. And, nobody starts out knowing it all, having it all under control. That overwhelm and trying to get the processes and things in place is all part of the journey. Getting the support you need, getting the mentor you need, getting the systems you need. And honestly, I can't tell you the game changer it's been, not just for me, but also for the business owners that I work with. On the Solar by Design page, you'll see a couple of short videos there from people that I've worked with, where the systems have made a huge difference to their profit, to their peace of mind. Having good systems, and I joke about this, you can't be overwhelmed and be systemized and streamlined, because one completely vanquishes the other. It is the overwhelm slayer, because you feel in control. So that panic feeling goes. And like I said, same as everybody else, I went through all of that too. I've always been very organized, very systemized. I'm a mother of 6. We moved 20 times in 15 years. So I always had systems for everything, and I still do. And in my business, whether it's social media or it's planning out a launch or it's, systemizing payments and invoicing, onboarding VAs, all of that sort of thing, everything has a system. And I have a bit of a saying, if anything that's worth doing twice, it's worth having a system in place. And that really does completely get rid of the overwhelm. And, I feel for business owners, because I think overwhelm and isolation tend to go hand in hand. Whereas when you've got support, it makes all the difference. And when you've got things streamlined, it makes all the difference. So another tip I would like to give you is to be kind to yourself, because oftentimes I chat with business owners and they're really giving themselves a hard time because they feel so overwhelmed. But I think if you remember, especially small business owners, I work at the big end of town too. We have a business in the corporate world. And in corporate business, they have somebody heading sales, somebody heading finances, somebody heading marketing, somebody heading HR. They've got all the support and all the systems. Whereas the entrepreneurs and the solopreneurs, they're wearing all those hats and juggling all those balls. We don't have heads of departments, but we do have systems and automation. And I can tell you right now, there is so much that you're doing that you don't need to be doing. Honestly, you can set up a system and an automation that will completely take care of it. So you can go for a nice walk and have a nice cup of coffee, as you should, and grow your business. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. And if Solar by Design is something that you might be interested in, just click on the link below and book a discovery call with me. I'd love to chat to you about you and your business. Have a great day. Bye-bye.